Welcome to the podcast series on passive fire protection, hosted by the Incon Group. Today we're welcomed by Chris Boam, the product manager from TBA Firefly. So thank you, Chris, for joining us today and contributing towards the podcast. So a key part of this series is to really discuss, specific product solution and their kind of significance in the market. So I understand TBA Firefly have launched a new sort of system, which is the FB180 Batt. Could you perhaps start with providing us what are the items that you guys have actually launched?
Yeah, so it can be split up into four main products. So the FB180 Batt Wall, the FB180 Batt Floor, which are both used for compartmentation, the cavity closer, and the structural steel fire protection.
Okay, perfect. So let's have a look into that. Let's deep dive into all these products. Can we start with maybe having a look at the key benefits of, let's just say, the Batt Wall?
Yeah, so the Batt Wall, it's a single batt system, which our batt's a denser batt than what's currently out in the fire stopping market. So it's got certain coatings which allow it to get a 60-minute integrity and 16 minutes insulation as a single layer system. But usually in the fire stopping market, to get EI60, you need to have a double layer system.
Of course.
So it should reduce installation cost by up to 50% because you're only installing as a single layer.
Okay, and what kind of applications is this wall bat actually used in?
Yeah, so because we've gone to the compartmentation market, we're looking more into roof voids, so nursing homes or anywhere where the compartment line needs to be continued.
Okay, and then if we now have a look at your second line that you guys have launched, the Batt Floor. If you could kind of give us a bit of an overview, same sort of thing. What kind of applications? Where will we actually see this product? And what are the real key benefits that we can take away from the Batt Floor?
Yeah, so it's been tested as a one-side access only system. So the main avenue for the product will be for the retrofit market. So lead and plaster floor, when you want to make sure it's the flooring underneath is undisturbed. We've done a one-side access detail. So what you have to do is to paint all three timber trusses on three sides of the timber truss, and friction fit the batt in place. So because it's restricted access, we've tested all the penetrations from installing from just one side only. Because you friction fit the horizontally, you also friction fit the vertical batt as well as the vertical batt wall. So with both system, the Batt Floor and the Batt Wall, all the installation drawings and installation details are on our website and can be found on our website. So because of the testing we've done it for typical penetrations, both vertically and horizontally. And they also, as the system, it gets the full EI60 rating that's required.
I see. So then how does the roof cavity closer differ, and what part of the market are you actually going to see that in now?
So as standard, when you install a flexible fire barrier or the ablative batt wall above the roof void, between the membrane and the roof tile, there's the void, where the fire can continue to spread within the building. Approved document B states you need to have a protected zone in place, so the cavity closer is there to close that void, that 25mm that 25mm void in between where the battens are. The whole reason for the cavity closer, for the use for the cavity closer, is to come away from the protected zone, because the reason you have to do that is because the compartment line isn't to the roof void, whereas the cavity closer allows the compartment line to go all the way up to the previous tile.
So the final product line is structural steel. How does Firefly have a product that is installed on passive fire protection for steel?
So it's been tested as a single layer system. So it's for uncoated steel beams and columns with 600mm noggins to provide 60-minute fire protection. So all the installation details and the section factor and details can be found on our website under the installation manual for the structural steel.
Okay, so you're speaking quite a bit about the testing, right?
Yep.
What does Firefly do? What are the kind of testing procedures that's involved when launching these four product lines?
So we have to test in both directions, down the compartment line as well as down the corridor. So when the timber trusses are penetrating the batt. The structural steel has been tested numerous times for three-sided, four-sided coatings as well as beams and columns. The ablative wall has had to be tested as a blank seal as well as with various penetration seals to get the EI60 rating.
Okay, so let's switch it up now and talk a little bit about competence, right? I know you guys offer some training. Can we speak a little bit about that? What do you guys offer and where do you guys offer this kind of training?
Yeah, so we offer Firefly installer training. So the main office in Rochdale is where we do a lot of our training, but across the UK we have various branches. We've recently just opened the Encon Dagenham branch.
Yeah.
So definitely service the south of England, but it just goes through our barrier. We're looking to introduce our ablative Batt products. We are in the process of hiring someone else to do the training as well, so it is looking to grow, and more companies and people are looking to do the installer training.
Okay, so what kind of contractors do you see coming through to this training? Is it mainly your guys' customers, or who do you actually see that will come to one of these?
Well, with the market growing in general, there's a lot of installers who've used the barrier for years. We're getting a lot of installers from other backgrounds, mainly for partition walls or for where the compartment line needs to continue. We're getting a lot of Encon's customers who are looking to do installation training down south, as well as people who they try and keep up with the latest Firefly launches. So people will do the training every 2 to 3 years just to get a top up of all our details.
Okay, so what can we really expect from this full day's training? I mean, I know I've been to Dagenham branch. I see the contractors there for the day. What does this really consist of? What are you really trying to get across?
So the training is an all-day course, like you say. We normally try to do up to 6 installers. It's half the day of theory, so we go through all the technical details of the fire barrier as well as all the Firefly products. In the afternoon, we normally do installer training, where they get hands-on approach and installing the barrier with the Firefly system, from angles to fixings. So we push the competency side of it so they can actually get hands-on to understand how to install the flexible barrier in.
So let's go on to another little area now that I want to kind of focus on. What do you think has driven this kind of growth within this flexible fire barrier market? What do you think are like maybe some key pointers with where you've actually seen this?
So there's been a generic growth in the market of fire protection over recent years, but we've, as a flexible fire barrier with the current legislation, we're doing a lot of different testing to try and push forward. So we test our flexible barrier as a full system, which I know through yourselves sell our full system range from barrier to angle to fixings, for example.
And competency is a big thing, right, with the distributors to make sure that we're selling the correct system.
Yeah, definitely. I know it's something you guys push, is you make sure that the correct angle and thickness of angle, for example, is provided to you as per our specifications, to make sure that it's a compliant system to the approved document B's rating that's required.
Perfect. I fully agree with you here. I mean, we both understand that it's a full system sell, right? So we want to make sure, even within Encon, that all of our fire protection branches are fully up to speed. We want to make sure that their competency, when they pick up the phone, that they're confident and they know what they're talking about. So when we sell the Firefly system, we don't just sell a curtain, for example. We want to make sure that they're selling the curtain, the collar roll, any kind of penetrations. I mean, of course there are, right? So we want to make sure that they're asking the right questions to our customers, ensuring that we are relevant and we fully sell the system and not just individual product lines.
Yeah, it's something that Encon themselves are pushing, that we do regular training with branches to make sure you're up to speed with all our latest details and latest products. So it's something that I know especially Andy does with you down south. He's often training people and updating everyone on our systems.
Yeah, fully agree. And we want to drive this. We want to drive the competency and, getting manufacturers in like yourself to actually provide this training at branch level is exactly what we want. I mean, we will revise this. And, whenever we speak about this kind of training and competency, it's never just a one-off. I see it as a consistent thing that we want to push within the branches, that kind of development of our people, that they know what they're talking about when they fully sell a system such as Firefly.
It can only be good that the end user's getting the full detail from how the material's been tested and the end use that it's been used in the right area and being installed to the correct manner.
100%. Perfect. Well, thank you so much today, Chris. This has really been invaluable. And I really look forward to continue working with you and Firefly as we go.
Thank you for having me.